last one.
Lapel mic for me. Is this mic working? No.
Oh, yes, you got it fixed. Sacrifices. Offerings. Aaron, let's go with the burnt offering first.
Do you need a pen for the kids that have your Audrey's got a stack of pencils.
Check one. Nice. Oh my God. Billy and Aaron's is here. So, wow. Good Shabbos, everyone. So before we start, two things that are important. One, you'll have to excuse our setup today, but that's just an announcement to make to you because tonight is our Purim spiel. At Temple Shir Shalom, Purim lasts for like over a week, right? And so from our carnival last Sunday to actual holiday celebration this past week, and when we had tequila and studied together. And then this night at 7:30 is our Purim show, the Purim spiel, which should be much fun. And I'm still learning my part, but hopefully I'll have my song down by 7:30. So, and my dance too. I know you're really impressed. That's the first thing. So sorry for all the setup, but we just want to keep the sound going and working that, so we'll just avoid those things. Number two, we've changed a few things here as Temple has grown, and our Yortzeit list has gotten very, very long. And so we ask you to check in if you have a Yortzeit, a name you'd like us to be reading for a Kaddish as well. We always read everyone who has passed away in the past 30 days and any of our perpetual memorials as well. But if you have a name or you want to add a name to our list, we always have the list outside before you walk to the sanctuary, and so you can go do that still during services, the first half, and then make sure that we read those names right here. So tonight, it's morning, right? Okay, so good. So long. This morning is a special morning for our sixth graders, that we give them a chance to lead us in worship today and to be a part of our service and to get them a little more comfortable as we get a little closer to something special that will be on their calendar in the upcoming year or so, when they will all take care of leading us entirely as a bar bat mitzvah. So we like to have them up here, and every year we do a service like this, and so we thank all of our teachers for being a part of this, and our sixth graders who will lead us now. Do we welcome everyone? Oh, I thought you did that already. We did? No? Well, we're just going to have our own conversation, three of us. You can do whatever you want, okay? Do us a favor, warm it up a little bit. Find someone you're sitting near who you might not know, whether it's another sixth grade parent or grandparent or someone who just came to Shabbat services. Introduce yourself, welcome them, and wish them a Shabbat Shalom.
אתה יצרת, אתה נפחת בי, אתה משמרה בקרבי. אלוהי, אלוהי, נשמה. שנתת בי טהורה.
שנתת בי טהורי.
We begin our service on page 63 of our prayer books. We read responsibly. It is good to give thanks to God, to sing praises to your name.
To tell of your love in the morning, and to sing of your faithfulness at night.
Playing with an instrument of 10 strings, sounding the lute and stroking the harp.
Your works have made me rejoice, and your glories move me to sing.
How great are your works, O God! How profound your design!
The insensitive will never appreciate your creations, nor will the fool understand life's meaning.
The wicked may flourish like grass, and the evil may multiply, but they are all doomed to failure.
But you, O Eternal, shall be exalted forever. All shall proclaim that Adonai is just.
Let every living being bless your name, and let every spirit glorify our God forever. Throughout all time, we will have no ruler but you, our God.
You guide the world with love and touch each of your creations with care and kindness.
You neither slumber nor sleep. You cause the speechless to utter words, and the wrongly imprisoned to go free. You support the fallen, heal the sick, and raise up the lonely. To you alone we give thanks. We turn to page 65 and raise for the call to worship.
Praise be our God, to whom all praise is due.
Baruch Adonai Hamarach Leolam Va'ed. Praise be our God, to whom praise is due, now and forever.
Baruchu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Leolam Va'ed.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech ha'olam, yotzer or uvarei choshech, oseh shalom uvarei et hakol, hameir la'aretz v'ladarim alecha v'rachamim, u'tuvo mechadesh b'chol yom, tamid ma'aseh Bereshit.
Praise be the eternal God, ruler of the world, who makes light to shine and darkness to descend upon us. God has taught us the meaning of peace and shapes all things that we touch. With compassion, God gives the earth light and renews the work of creation day by day. Adonai, kulam mechokma asita ma'al ha'aretz kinyanecha. Tibarach Adonai
Eloheinu, al shevach ma'aseh yadecha, ve'al me'orei or she'asita yifa'arucha selah, or
Chadash al Zion Ta'ir, v'nizkeh kulanu mehera le'oro. Baruch atah Adonai, yotzer ha'ma'orot.
How
How great are your works, O God! In wisdom you make them all. The earth is filled with your creations. For the glow of the stars and the work of your hands, let all of your creations give you praise.
Shine a new light upon Zion, that we may swiftly merit its radiance. Blessed be the eternal maker of the morning light.
Great is your love for us and abide in your compassion. Our ancestors trusted in you, and you taught them how to value life. Be gracious now to us, and with kindness, guide us with your understanding so that we might both learn and teach the laws of truth.
Baruch atah Adonai, habocher ba'amo Yisrael ba'ahava.
Blessed is our God, who in love has chosen Israel to be a people.
We continue with the watchword of our faith, top of page 67. Shema Yisrael,
Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Hear, O Israel, the Lord is our God, the Lord is one. Baruch Shem Kavod Ma'aluto Leolam Va'ed. Praise be God's name, whose majesty is forever and ever.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed.
Please be seated.
Hadibarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzvacha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam v'shivtecha b'beitecha uvlechtecha v'derech uv'shochbecha uv'kumecha ukshartam leot al yadecha v'hayu latotafot bein einecha uchtavtam al mezuzot beitecha u'misharecha l'man tizkeru v'asitem et kol mitzvotai v'vitem kedoshim le'elohechem ani Adonai Elohechem asher hotzeiti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim liyot lachem le'elohim ani Adonai Elohechem.
You shall love the eternal your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your might. Set these words which I command you this day upon your heart. Teach them faithfully to your children. Speak of them in your home and on your way, when you lie down and when you rise up. Bend them as a sign upon your band, and they shall be a symbol before your eyes. Write them on the doorposts of your house and on your gates. Be mindful of all my mitzvot and do them. So shall you consecrate yourselves to your God. I, the eternal God, your God, who led you out of Egypt to be your God. I, the eternal, am your God.
These enduring words have been a lamp unto our feet and a light unto our path.
Faith and choice bring understanding to the soul and sensitivity to the heart.
In all times and places, our God has been a part of our lives.
Our faith has been our rock and our help.
We watched God's wonders when we went free from Egypt.
When slavery's chains were broken, we witnessed it.
May those who have faith to believe also have the wisdom to be kind.
O God, in whom we have all hope,
we
glorify your name now.
as your people have praised you throughout history.
Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh, nora teilot osef ele, nora teilot osef ele, Adonai yimloch, Adonai yimloch, le'olam va'ed. Tzur Yisrael, kuma b'ezrat Yisrael, uv'dei chinomecha Yehuda v'Yisrael, go'eleinu Adonai tzeva'ot shemo, kadosh Yisrael, Baruch atah Adonai, Ga'al Yisrael.
So every year in preparation for our honor Shabbats, our students prepare to share a little something about what they've been learning about this year. And so the first part of our year, our sixth graders spent some time learning about values of our community. And so the first reading that they're going to share with you, or their responses, has to do what it means to them with being a member of the community, or what is the Jewish community to them.
A Jewish community is about people who give back to the people in need, doing mitzvahs and praying.
A Jewish community is a place the Jewish people. Oh, that's the wrong. A Jewish community is a group of people that you grow up with. They are people who are not necessarily your best friend, but you can talk to them at Sunday school. In a Jewish community, there is always someone there if you need help.
A Jewish community is a place to come together with people like you. We all have something in common. We can go to temple together.
A Jewish community is a place where Jews can come together. It is a place where we can share Jewish ideas and values. It is a place where we can learn.
A Jewish community is a place to celebrate God. Also, it is a place to share our heritage with others. It is a place to learn about who we were and who we can be.
A Jewish community is where there are multiple temples that have shorish. Also, everyone is unique and united. Finally, every Jew agrees at the end of arguments.
A Jewish community is to be together as a people and be united as one. It is a place where we can share our ups and downs as one community.
A Jewish community is a good place to live because it is peaceful. A Jewish community is a good time to find and make friends. Finally, a Jewish community is a good place to celebrate holidays with those friends.
A Jewish community is people celebrating Jewish holidays together and sharing similar values.
A Jewish community is a group of Jewish people, a community that are your friends, people that you can talk to, and that are more like you, sharing the same religion.
I believe a Jewish community is a community of Jewish people. It is a community of people with the same beliefs, and that's what connects them. It also means sticking together with the people who share your beliefs.
A Jewish community is a place where people can connect with their religion. Also, it is being with people that also share your beliefs. A Jewish community is a place for both learning and teaching.
A Jewish community is a group who treat people as a family. It's a group of Jewish people who are kind and welcome people who are different. When you are part of a Jewish community, you always feel like you fit in.
A Jewish community are people that we celebrate with.
We continue on page 70 as we rise together for the Amidah. we take a moment for our own private meditations following the words of our prayer books or those our hearts might prompt.
רצון עם רפי והגיון ליבי לפניך אדוני צורי וגואלי אדוני צורי
Adonai sifatayta ufia itahilatecha. Eternal God, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your glory. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu ve'elcheinu avotenu imotenu Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Leah, Elohei Rachel, Ahel Hagidor, Hagibor V'Hanorah, El Elyon, Obel Hasadim Tovim, Vivonei Hakol, Vizocher Haster Uvahimahot, Umevi Mevav Livnei Lehem, Leman Shemo Ve'acharam, Melech Hoser U'Mashiach U'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Abraham Ve'Yitzrak Sarah.
Blessed is the Eternal, our God and God of our ancestors, God of Abraham, God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob, God of Sarah, God of Rebekah, God of Leah, and God of Rachel, great, mighty, and exalted. You grant love and kindness to all your children. You remember the devotion of ages past. In your love, you bring redemption to their descendants for the sake of your name. You are our ruler and helper, our savior and protector. Blessed is the eternal God, the shield of Abraham and the protector of Sarah.
And eternal is your power, O God. You are mighty to save. You cause the wind to shift and the rain to fall. In love, you sustain the living. In the multitude of your mercies, you preserve all. You uphold in the falling and heal the sick. Free the captives and keep faith with your children in death, as in life. Who is like you? Who is your equal, author of life and death, source of salvation? Blessed is the eternal God, the source of life.
We sanctify your name on earth.
even as your holiness is proclaimed in the heavens. Above and throughout time and space, in the words of the prophet Isaiah, we say, Holy, holy, holy is the Lord of hosts. The fullness of the earth is God's glory.
Kadosh, 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 Adonai Tzevaot, Melech ol haaretz, Kevodo, Baruch Kavod Adonai, Mimekomo, Yimloch Adonai leolam, Elohai Yichzion, Ledor Vodor, Hallelujah.
To all generations, we will make known your greatness, and to all eternity proclaim your holiness. Your praise, O God, shall never depart from our lips. Blessed is Adonai, the holy God. Please be seated.
Our God and God of our ancestors, accept our rest as sacrifice of time and space. Let us share in your world by celebrating creation day by day. Purify our hearts so that we may be honest and upright, forgiving and compassionate. Blessed are you, O God of truth, who helps us make the Sabbath part of our life and our heritage of joy.
Look with favor, O God, upon your people Israel, and receive our prayers with love. May it be your will to attempt our worship and our deeds. Blessed are you, who alone we serve and reverence.
Eternal source of good, we thank you for the numberless gifts and blessings that fill our days, for life itself and its endless variety, for all that sustains body and mind, for love and friendship, for the delights of senses, and for the excellence of your Torah, which deepens our life and enriches our days. Help us, O God, to work for a just and compassionate society, where all may share your gifts in the joy of freedom. For all of this, your name shall be blessed and praised forever. Thanks.
Yisbechu b'malechutcha, shomrei, shomrei, shomrei Shabbat, v'korei oneg Shabbat. Yisbechu b'malechutcha, shomrei, shomrei, shomrei Shabbat, v'korei oneg Shabbat. מקדשי שביעי שבת, כולם יספרו וייתן גם טובך שבת. ישמחו במלכותך, שומרי, שומרי, שומרי שבת, וקורא עונג שבת. ישמחו במלכותך, שומרי, שומרי, שומרי שבת, וקורא עונג שבת.
Those who keep the Sabbath and call it a delight shall rejoice in your majesty. All who hallow the seventh day shall find happiness in your goodness. This day is Israel's festival of the Spirit, sanctified and blessed by you, the most precious of days, a symbol of the joy of creation.
שים שלום, טובה וברכה, חן וחסד ורחמים עלינו ועל כל ישראל. עמך echad. Barchenu, Barchenu Avinu Bior Panecha. Sim Shalom Tova Uvracha Chen v'chesed v'rachamim Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael Amecha.
Grant us peace, your most precious gift, O eternal source of peace, and give us the will to proclaim its message to all the peoples of the earth. Bless our country, that it may always be a stronghold of peace, and its advocate among the nations. May contentment reign within its borders, health, happiness within its homes. Strengthen the bonds of friendship among the inhabitants of all the lands. May the love of your name hallow every home and every heart. Blessed is the eternal God, the source of peace.
Being a part of the Jewish community means doing special and nice things to help the community.
Being a part of the Jewish community to me means that I get to learn more about what being Jewish is. Also, I get to learn about my culture and religion. Being Jewish makes me spend more time with my Jewish friends and family.
Being part of the Jewish community means helping each other, people in need of help and the less fortunate. It means supporting others when they need a shoulder to cry on and somebody to encourage them.
Being part of a Jewish community means being me and helping people and getting to know people.
Being part of the Jewish community means talking with my friends about being Jewish and talking about the past, including our ancestors and family.
Being part of a Jewish community means giving back to our community and God for all of our wonderful blessings.
Being a part of the Jewish community means that we are together with other Jewish people like us. It means we have somewhere to go when we learn about being Jewish.
Being part of the Jewish community means going to temple as a family and seeing your friends.
Being a part of a Jewish community means being together with families and friends.
Being part of a Jewish community means that you are welcomed. Everyone is kind and caring. It makes you feel special.
Being part of a Jewish community means that you are honest, respectful, welcoming, and you always have people, home, and peace.
Being part of a Jewish community means that you can use your Jewish values like hospitality. It also means celebrating our religion together. It means celebrating holidays together and at our Sunday school community.
We continue our service with the service for the reading of the Torah, which is somewhere around page 78 in our prayer books. On 79. It shall come to pass in the fullness of time that the mountain of the Eternal's house shall be established as the highest mountain and raised above the hills, and all nations shall flow to it. And many peoples shall come and say, Come, let us go up to the mountain of the Eternal, to the house of the God of Jacob. Then we may be taught in the ways of our God and walk in the path of the Almighty.
Ein kamocha ba'Elohim Adonai ve'ein kama'asecha Malechutecha מציון תצא תורה ודבר אדוני מירושלים כי מציון תצא תורה ודבר אדוני מירושלים ברוך שנתן תורה לעמו ישראל ברוך שנתן תורה לעמו ישראל בקדושה כי מציון תצא תורה ודבר אדוני מירושלים על שלושה דברים על שלושה דברים על שלושה דברים העולם עומד על שלושה דברים על שלושה דברים על שלושה דברים העולם עומד על התורה ועל העבודה ועל גמילות חסדים על התורה ועל העבודה ועל גמילות חסדים על שלושה דברים על שלושה דברים על שלושה דברים העולם עומד
Please be seated.
We call upon our Aliyah, our teachers, who are helping our sixth graders, both their Judaic studies and Hebrew years, and Mechon Hakim, Mindy and Lynn and Alia, our teen engagement director, and Jamie and Audrey, along with their Mechon Hakim, Lionel and Sam and Hannah. I think are all, did I get everyone? Yes, excellent. They'll lead us in our Aliyah as a community as they come begrudgingly, excitedly up to our... I think Lionel and Sam should be front and center as our most recent B'nai Mitzvah. Sam, Lionel, as you lead us all together. Our Torah portion, by the way, is Parshat Tzav from the book of Leviticus. The second Torah portion in Leviticus was in chapter 6, which Rabbi will be reading from, which can be found somewhere in the Chumashim.
Page 781.
There you go. You guys ready? 1, 2, 3, go.
Baruch Adonai Hamvorah.
Baruch Adonai Hamvorach Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamvorach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech HaOlam Asher Bachar Banu Mikol Ha'amim V'na'atan Lanu et Torato. Baruch Atah Adonai Notei HaTorah.
Amen. Ve'edaber Adonai el Moshe lemor, Tzav et Aharon ve'et banav lemor, Zot Torat ha'olah hi, ha'olah al mukdah al mizbeach, kol halayla ad haboker. Ve'esh hamizbeach tukadvo, ve'lavash hakohen mido vad ve'michnesei vad, yilbash al besaro ve'herim et hadeshen, asher tochal ha'esh et ha'olah al hamizbeach. V'samu etzel hamizbeach, ufashat et begadav, v'lavash begadim acherim, v'hotzi et hadeshen el michutz lamachane, el makom tahor v'ha'esh al hamizbeach tukadvo, lo tichave uve'er aleha hakohen, eitzim, baboker baboker, ve'orach aleha ha'olah, v'hiktir aleha chalvi hashlamim, eish tamid, Tukad al hamizbeach lo tichaveh.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet
So one of these exciting Torah portions from the book of Leviticus, all about animal sacrifice and things like that, as well as how the priests would be installed as priests, anointed. It says actually, this is the offering that Aaron and his sons, the priests, shall bring before God on their anointment, on their installation as priests. 1/10 of an ephah of choice flour as a regular meal offering. Half of it in the morning and half of it in the evening. 1/10 of an ephah of choice flour. So we have to ask, what is an ephah in measurement? And the reality is, it's very, very small. It's a smidgen, a doppel. So it take 1/10 of really, really small, and you got really, 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 really small. And so the question is, who would notice? Why would our tradition dictate that they have to take such a small amount of flour as an offering? I mean, what would be so important about this? And the answer comes in, who would only be able to bring that small amount of flour? I mean, you're supposed to bring something that you're thankful for. So you bring a lamb or your pigeons or a bushel of wheat as your offering. Who would only bring an ephah of flour? And the answer is someone who doesn't have that much to give. Someone who's more poor in our community. And the teaching of our tradition is that it was so important to have 1/10 of an ephah that the priest recognized, because it reminded the priest of his responsibility. That if we don't notice those who are in need in our community, then we have forgotten the purpose of all of the laws entirely. That sometimes people might take on that role of responsibility and only enact the law as it's prescribed, but forget the whole purpose of it. So the Torah instituted the idea of 1/10 of an ephah here to make sure that we noticed everyone in our midst. That they didn't do it just for the sake of becoming a high priest. They did it for the sake of what was most important. And it might seem like, oh, that would never be a challenge for us. I mean, that would be as absurd as like a college admissions director, telling you to give $1 million to get your kid into college. No one would ever do that. So, strange thing happened in our world, right? And the reality here was our tradition was saying, we're going to notice the details to make sure that we notice everyone who is a part of our community. And I think for us as a temple community, as a religious school community, how much of a value that is. That we want to make sure that everyone has a chance on the bima, no matter how much they love being up here or not love being up here. That they get to feel honored, and all of us can appreciate what it means to be part of a community in every single way. It's a good reminder for us about why we always do what we do. Amen. Amen. We pause in our prayers now as we walk around with the Torah and we think of those in need of healing and strength. We reach out, we touch the Torah, we mention names out loud of those who are in our community. We gain strength in having Torah in our midst. It's been a source of strength and hope literally for thousands of years. Please rise. Mishberach, Avotenu Abraham Yitzhak v'Yaakov, v'imotenos Rav Kolev Rachel. Hu yivarech et Cholim, merciful God, who has blessed our ancestors, Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, Sarah, Rebecca, Leah, and Rachel. Send your blessings to our loved ones who are stricken with illness, anxiety, especially those friends and family we think of at this time. Alyssa Ioto and Stephen Averbach and Susan Averbach. Alyssa Bandeline, Stanley Bass, Batya Pesha Panina, Carol Binder, Eugene Blakeman, Joel Bustle, Pat Carey, Karen Kasman, Alexis Chadwick, Barry Chernick, Bill Cooperstock, Gary Fishman, Hank Heiser, Lila Hepner, Vera Hopkins-Gordon, Ethan Kadish, Jan Landsberg, Henry Leopold, Monrai Raphael Machaya, Zoe Marcus, Beth Margolin, Lem Meiji, Coy Millard, Larry Miller, Sherry Minlin, Deborah Mursky, Craig Newman, Daniel Richmond, Sylvia Rosen, Laura Roth, Shmuel Ben Rachel, Noni St. Amman, Maureen Schiffman, Ernest Schoen, Sadie Schwartz, David Schulman, Sonia Sklar, Barbara Snyder, Harriet Stone, Lisa Weiner, Paul Wooden, Loretta Ziegelman. As well as the 20,095 American troops have been injured in Iraq and Afghanistan to date. All the names in our hearts. Baruch atah Adonai Raphael Cholim. Plus, you got to give strength to those in need.
Bless those in need of healing with Refuah Shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say,
Amen. Continue on page 91 of our prayer books.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא, ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ. ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו
Nothing can fill the emptiness that a death leaves behind. Those who are no longer a physical presence are still alive in our thoughts and our words. Their memories are only a part of the picture. So long as we recall their presence and their warmth, their friendship, their heart, mind, and thought are still within our soul. We honor and cherish the ones we love by living our lives to the fullest. It's time in our prayers, our thoughts turn to those taken from our midst in this past month through Shoshim. We continue to mark friends and family of our congregation. Harry Friedman, Rana Gordon, Annette Meskin, Eileen Menko, Herbert Peterson, Stanley Bass, Ted Alpert, Sam Zaks, Sheila Dersham, Bertram Kornfeld, Kenneth Lynn, Sandra Feldman, Thelma Kahn, as well as the 50 individuals murdered in their mosques in the midst of prayer in Christchurch in New Zealand, and those soldiers of the armed forces of the United States of America, the 2,382 have been lost, and in those surrounding areas as well. Linking their names and names of your sites we mark on the Shabbat, those anniversary of passing we lovingly commemorate: Florence Gitlin Camden, Joseph Camden, Mayor Cantor, Freda Ingber, Tilly Cronin, Irving Lipton, Rose Meiji, Abraham Mintz, Phil Moss, Viola Bierman Rabin, Burton Rissman, Lorraine Rowan, Lee Saperstein, Mary Frances Sarah, Anna Silverman, Adolf Zucker, Harvey Richard Zipkin. Linking their names, all the names that we did not recite on this Shabbat, those of every faith and every family, those whose lives have touched ours, as well as those who have no one to stand and say Kaddish for them. So do we stand together as one community and join the immortal words the mourner's Kaddish is found on page 96 of our prayer books. Yikadal v'yikadash shemei Rabbah, v'alma divra chirete v'almich malchute, b'chayechon of yomechon u'chayedecho beit Yisrael, b'galal uvizman kari v'imru, Yehei shmei Rabbah mavarach elam mamea maya, Yit barach v'yishtabach v'yit pa'ar v'yit ramam v'yit naseh, v'nadar v'yit nalev v'yit nalal, shemei d'kudisha b'rechu, v'elamin kol b'irchata v'shirata, tushbachata v'nechamata, ta'miram b'yama v'imru. Yehei shama Rabbah min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'yal kol Yisrael v'imru. Oseh shalom b'mramav, hu ya'aseh shalom. Aleinu v'yal kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. The source of peace and peace to those who mourn. Comfort those who are bereaved here and everywhere. And let us say.
Ose shalom bimroma, uyase shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru amen. Ose shalom bimroma, uyase shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru amen. Yase shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, 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 yase shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael.
Good Shabbos, everyone.
Good Shabbos, Rabbi.
Let's thank our sixth graders for helping us in our worship.
Thank you also to our teachers and Mechonakim that were here, who had the blessing of the honor of the blessing of the Aliyah. But thank you to Mindy and Jamie, two of our Judaic Studies teachers that are here, and Gabe, our third Judaic Studies teacher, couldn't be here this morning. To our Hebrew teachers that are here this morning, to Lynn and to Audrey, thank the two of you for being here. Our Mechonakim that help out with our sixth graders in Judaic Studies and in Hebrew. As you heard before, we have Lionel and Hannah and Sam that are here helping with that. And up there helping them as well, our Teenage Engagement Director and Machon Supervisor, Alia Alazim. So thank you to all of you. And in the back, for those of you who usually see her on Sunday mornings, but she gets to be a proud aunt this morning, Julie Flashner, who's our administrative assistant for Shoresh as well, and helped coordinate a lot of things putting this together as well. So thank you to all of you and to our students again for making this a wonderful morning and leading us in our worship.
A moment of Tish when you can ask any question before we enjoy a nice oneg luncheon in honor of our students that we all get to enjoy together. But if you have a question or two, of course, those who are guests, Tish is a table in Yiddish, and the rabbis sit around that table, continuing their study after the Shabbos morning worship and reading of Torah, and fielding questions from their people. As our people, you now may ask questions, or not. And we have to answer them to the best of our ability, or we turn to our sixth graders and run. So your moment to ask anything you may have on your mind. So,
Mike. Excellent. So what does it mean to keep the Sabbath, to observe the Sabbath? So twice in the Torah, we're actually given the commandment that we're supposed to do something with Shabbat in the Ten Commandments. Well, first time in Exodus and the second time in Deuteronomy. One of them says Shamor, and the other one says Zachor. Shamor is to guard the Sabbath, and the other one, Zachor, means to remember the Sabbath. So what does that really mean? It means that we're supposed to remember and keep the Sabbath in some way. How is that defined? The rabbis defined it 2,000 years ago in different ways, and we still continue to define it in different ways for us as well. So the traditional understanding of what observing and keeping the Sabbath meant, because of the story of the tabernacle, which is in this week's, the dedication of which is at the end of this week's Torah portion. Right after it later on, we see the story of the tabernacle and the construction of it, this outdoor traveling sanctuary, and then we see the rules of the Sabbath. And so the rabbi said that there's a reason that these two things are connected in the Torah. And the reason is because anything that was done in order to build the tabernacle, that's what was then considered work. And that's what we're supposed to not do, because Shabbat, Sabbath, Shabbat means to rest or to cease from those things. And so they connected, and there are 39 different actions, 39 different verbs that were used in the construction of the tabernacle. And they said those are the things that traditionally wouldn't be done. So what does it mean to observe and keep the Sabbath? It means that we find time today. You'll see some that say we don't do those 39 different actions during this period from Friday night until Saturday. For others, it's the idea that we take a break from the rest of our week, that we do something to make this day kadosh, that we make it special. We do something, and doing something that's different from the rest of the week, we're actually making it holy. We're making it a unique day. So whether that means gathering around your table on a Friday night and doing the blessings and welcoming Shabbat, whether it means coming and being a part of Shabbat services, whether it means going out and creating your own service in nature, or as you're doing something special with your family or friends, your community. It could mean a game afternoon where you're sitting around a table with others and building that community and just taking a time that's different from the rest of your week as well. So there's a traditional understanding of it, but then we look at it and say, do something. Find some way of making this day special or unique from the rest of your days, and that's what it means to keep and to honor and observe the Sabbath.
Very well done, Rabbi.
Thanks.
I have nothing to say to add to that. Well, since I know most of you are most concerned about Zionism, which is, of course, the belief in the #1 player in the NCAA, and following the games, and they begin shortly, so I know our keeping of Shabbat would entail relaxing in front of a large screen and watching those. No? Actually, the conversation we were having in the corner was about the AIPAC policy conference that Rabbi and I are going to tomorrow and for a couple days. And so it's really nice when we have Shir Shalom members go with us each year. And so it's March 1st, 2nd, 3rd, so worthwhile going to as well. So, well, we give thanks for the sweetness of this day and our joy of Shabbat together as we rise together.
Kendall, your bat mitzvah is coming up soon. You'll give you another chance to ask a question.
Join with our cantor.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Amen. L'chaim.
L'chaim.
Our 6th graders, if you guys will come down and stand next to your parents that are here, your special people that are here, grandparents, as we get ready for our closing benediction. As we do that, we'll share a couple other announcements as they come down to you, which is that tonight, for anybody that's interested, we have our annual Purim Spiel, a fun evening. Doors open at 6 o'clock, and the show begins at 7:30. And I know that we have a few people that are here that are going to be a part of that as well, like the Firstman family is going to be there. Tuesday night, for anybody that's interested in trying to figure out new ways to create a wonderful Seder and have some different dishes than might be served every year, our caterer, Paul Wirtz, as part of Platinum Dish, is going to be doing a special presentation and demonstration where you get to taste some of the things and take home some recipes on Tuesday night as well. And so if you're interested in that, just call the office tomorrow, and they're happy to help you and give you more information about that too. And a great way to help Temple for any of the moms, grandmothers that are here, aunts, we have a special poker night, ladies poker night on Tuesday, April 9th, which is a fundraiser for our preschool and Temple, but a really fun way to celebrate and spend the evening. And so if anybody's interested in learning more about that, you don't have to play poker. We'll teach you the rules, and there's some great prizes. See one of us, and we'll give you some more information about that too.
So as we place our hands on our children, our grandchildren, we ask of God's blessing upon them.
Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha.
You'll say to them, may God bless you, may God protect you.
Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chuneka.
May God shine upon you.
May God shine upon you.
And may God shine through you.
May God shine through you.
Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yisem lecha shalom.
May God always be a part of who you are.
May God always be a part of who you are.
Blessing you with peace.
Blessing you with peace.
V'yisem lecha shalom.
All prayers, of course, are completed with a kiss upon your child. And we say Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom, and invite you out into the hallway to enjoy a wonderful oneg, a kiddush in honor of Shabbat and 6th graders.